This week, we visit a fun film, silly film.
Yes.
It's a little old.
It's a classic.
It's a cult classic and just a general classic for those who are into horror and funny horror.
And for good reason, because it's excellent.
It is. It is. And we had a lot of fun doing it.
Yes.
Sound checking everything. Realized we had like more fun than we have in a while. Because it's just a silly movie.
Yeah. I mean, the last one we did was kind of serious.
A little bit. Yeah. A little serious.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, a lot of good things coming from this. Simple things.
Mm-hmm.
We're back to sometimes the best things are just simple things.
Well, so we've been doing this show for a while. And it's kind of funny how as it's gone on, we've gravitated more and more and more towards the, keep it simple.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I mean, not that we haven't had some like super shine.
Oh, yeah.
Shining examples of, well thought, deep, thoughtful kinds of things. You don't often get that with horror.
It doesn't always lend itself to a really deep philosophical angle.
No, but like for this one, hooks are what really, bring the horror to the forefront. And this is a good damn hook.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the most fun things and memorable things are simple in, story, pacing, all that stuff. Sometimes formula. When we did Scare Me, that was wasn't so much.
It's a simple story.
It's a simple, simple story, and it was a simple production. And saying that, not that any production is simple, but
right,
the single location thing and limited amount of characters and stuff. The formula of how to really dive into an indie film. This one is a clear B movie, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it wasn't done off the cuff. This one had some oof to it.
Yeah, and some bank. I mean, it's an 88 movie.
Well, but it had distribution because, I remember seeing it in the theater, and a lot of indie films don't make it to the theater.
Well,
because, unless they win a distributor at a festival, usually.
Yes.
But these days, it is what it is. But, it was fun revisiting this. And it's still a lot. There's just a lot of things that we laughed about. And when I think about them, it just makes me laugh, like right now.
Yeah, it makes me laugh too. And I also still have in the back of my mind, we need to contact the Chiodo brothers.
Oh, about the upcoming suggestion that you make?
For some merchandising rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that. Well, should we dive into this fun film?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Hey there, B-Siders. Welcome to another episode of Bravo for the B-Side. This is Danny.
And this is Jim.
And we have a new layout in our recording studio.
Yes, this is first time recording. It's going to take a little getting used to.
Yeah.
The third reconstruction of this space that I have undertaken.
Yes.
And purchased yet more furniture to throw out yet more furniture in its place.
Well, you got to have what's right for the space. So,
well, yeah, our previous arrangement was based on some needs that didn't
pan out.
Well, didn't continue.
Right.
So we reassessed and redesigned.
Yes.
Wah, wah.
So So it's just kind of exciting.
Well, yeah. So we have way more room.
We do have way more room. You'd be amazed at the kinds of ways you can reconfigure the layout of a 10 by 6 room.
All you need is a tape measure and a room layout program or widget or something.
And an obsessive compulsive need to make the room perfect.
Yup.
So
that's where I come in. So yeah.
So
excited.
I am excited. This is an older movie.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a cult classic. So it's exciting to be covering one of these.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's another one that's long overdue.
Oh yeah. Like so many of them are.
It has some really great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always fun to watch. And that's kind of the thing is there's not a lot of like fun horror movies where they're just like funny.
I don't know. I disagree. I think there are a lot of fun horror movies where they're just funny.
Well, not coming out on the A track.
Oh no, not on the A list.
I think it's really sad because part of the whole thing of horror movies is they're supposed to be fun, like frightening fun.
Yeah.
All that.
Adrenaline fun.
Yeah, and they're fun to make. Aside from being easy to make, they're fun to make.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this one is fun, funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the few non-rated R.
That is true.
movies. A lot of horror. Everyone gravitates towards the R or unrated.
Yeah.
Stuff. And we love our slashers and our gore fests and just truly wicked shit going on, but occasionally you like to just dive in and find something that is well done, is funny.
It is well done.
Even not just like jokes, funny lines, just the whole situation is comical.
It is.
So,
and this is even one that we could watch with Midge, but she is not into the subject matter.
No. Well, we all know what it is.
Why don't you tell us about it?
Well, I was just going to say, she's not a clown person.
Not a clown person.
Not a clown person.
There are lots of people who are not clown people.
No. So with regard to like Stephen King's It. Okay, not the films, latest films. The made-for-TV movie, It, was passive enough where, a kid could watch it. It's got some creepy stuff and all that, but it's got a clown. Even though it was Tim Curry, she's like, hard pass. Hard pass.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this bad boy.
Tell me about it.
This week, we are diving into Killer Klowns from Outer Space, made in 1988. Director is Stephen Chiodo, written by Charles Chiodo and Stephen Chiodo. Probably killed those names, but that's kind of what we do. Starring Grant Kramer, Suzanne Snyder, John Allen Nelson. It was rated PG-13. What we found is had a budget of $2 million.
Purportedly.
Yeah. I could almost see that to a point. We'll get to that a bit later. The log line for this monster is aliens who look like clowns come from outer space and terrorize a small town. Dead on.
Yeah. Also, a nice brief log line.
Nice
and accurate.
Yeah, that's why I thought you were going to take the movie intro. But yeah, it's like I said, spot on. It's right there.
Oh yeah.
So let's
dive in.
Dive in. Okay, so the movie starts, and we are at Big Top Burger. It's night, and it's hopping with young people. We have an older cop who's getting into a car. with a fresh coffee. And down the street, a young man is walking, drinking a beer. The cop ends up pulling up, eyeing him, calling him a son of a bitch. Guy just keeps moving. The cop, who is Mooney, Officer Mooney, calls into the station. It's Friday night, so he says he's going down to the park. And then we cut to the park. It's full of cars. So this is the town's makeout point.
Right.
Right, apparently. We have several cars with young couples doing various phases of making out. And a clown-topped ice cream truck pulls up. And they're not met with enthusiasm.
Although I have to say, their sales pitch to these young couples making out is great. I love it. I just thought they were hilarious.
It's not a bad idea.
No, it's not.
You know, there's tons of people up there, right?
Yeah.
And you know, not everybody's like fully engrossed.
Yeah.
In the whole make out point thing.
You're all hot and bothered. Cool down with some ice cream.
Yeah, you know, but plus, you know, maybe they came and some people have already like achieved their goal. It's like, what do we do now? Let's go have an ice cream.
Right.
Right. So yeah, good marketing thinking.
But the kids are not into it.
No. So instead of leaving, they decide to park for a while.
Yeah.
And then two women come out of the back of the truck saying that they were promised all the ice cream that they wanted.
While they're currently eating ice cream.
Right. And so Doofus and Dumbass, the drivers, perform an epic fail on talking to these women. And then the truck leaves. And then we focus on a couple laying in an inflatable raft inside of an SUV.
Weird.
Right? I don't know. I remember 1988 inflatable mattresses were a thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's less obvious if you throw a raft in the back of a truck than, you know, a blow up bed. But, you know, these aren't teenagers. These are all, you know.
Well, they're supposed to be teenagers.
Grown ups.
But they're all like
ish.
25 to 29.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, they're laying down with their heads out the back of the truck looking up at the stars. And then there's this wind that picks up. And then we have a weird sound and a light. And then a fireball goes across the sky.
It's big.
It's big. So we cut to an old man and his bloodhound sitting on a porch of an old shack-like house. Like Appalachian,
I know,
circa 1917 kind of house.
It's great.
So he thinks he's just seen Halley's Comet crash to the ground. So he's talking to his dog. He grabs a shovel and a lantern, and he's on his way to get rich.
Yeah. So then we're back with the makeout kids who want to go and check it out. The couple in the inflatable raft.
Yeah.
And the girl is Debbie, and she has to kind of talk the guy into it because he is not about leaving their makeout point.
No. Well, and, you know, from a guy's perspective, I get it. Like, you know, all signals are on. It's going to be a good night and this and that. And, you know, it's like the shiny object distraction. Oh, fuck. She wants to go check it out. Fine.
An adventure.
An adventure.
So then we cut back to the hillbilly guy, the old guy and his dog. And they come up to a big red and yellow circus tent.
Yeah.
A big top. And he doesn't really question how or when it got there.
No.
He just kind of meanders up and is like, maybe we can get us some free passes.
I know.
To his dog.
Yeah.
And so he goes around looking for the ticket booth. And as he's wandering around, we can see, like, in the wall of the tent, there's a clown silhouette following him.
Yeah.
And then while the hillbilly guy is up ahead, it captures the dog. And we hear the kind of... And then the hillbilly eventually realizes that his dog is gone. And he punches the tent in anger.
Yeah.
Which hurts his hand.
Yes.
Because it's not cloth, this tent.
No.
And then he grabs onto a rope like a tent rope, and it shocks him. It electrocutes him.
Yeah.
And as he's going down, this clown comes up and just pulls out this like delightfully goofy clown gun and shoots him with it.
Yep.
And this clown is amazing.
Yeah. Let's just address that right now.
Yes.
That large budget, I'm going to say a huge portion of it went to these clowns.
Well, interestingly, when I was reading about the budget, I learned that the Chiodo brothers, who, wrote and directed and produced and all the other stuff, this movie, actually, all the clown effects, most of the clown effects came like out of pocket for them, and they did them themselves.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, then I don't know where that money went.
I don't know, but it might have gone to the budget. I read it on IMDb, so I'm not sure if it's totally true.
I don't know.
I'd like to learn more.
Maybe that includes some of their out of pocket.
Maybe.
Because I tell you what sells this whole movie from this first instant we see the clown is it's not just some paper mache headpiece.
Well, it's not a guy dressed as a clown, right?
Right. It's not with clown makeup on.
No.
This is a full-on creature.
Yeah. It's a full prosthetic head.
Moving mouth, lips.
Yeah.
Eyes.
They're
cheeks.
phenomenal.
The animatronics on this are magnificent.
They really are.
It is. It makes Yoda look like a Muppet.
Well, and this was made in 1988, and I haven't seen it in forever till we just watched it for the, this recording.
Yeah.
And looking at them, I was like, these still hold up like really well.
They do. They would, today, they would outclass a lot of effects.
Yeah.
The only thing that would, I think, outrun it would be the CGI.
Oh, sure.
The face mapping stuff.
But as far as practical stuff, it's really impressive.
It is.
So then we're at the police station, and Mooney is bringing in a couple of hoodlums.
Fucking hoodlums.
Who are maintaining their innocence. They were like, we were just in the park. I don't know what your problem is. And then Mooney just starts like roughing one of them up for no reason. Mooney is on edge.
He is.
He has got a roughly shaped stick up his ass. And there's a younger cop there who's telling him, you need to do things by the book. You can't just bring people in here and start beating the shit out of them. That's not okay to do.
Right.
And Mooney is just a crazy dickhead about it.
It's an interesting portrayal of our characters.
Well,
right.
Yeah.
It's pure.
It is. It is. There's the trope of like the grizzled old cop who isn't taking anyone's shit and, does things his way.
Yeah.
And then, there's the new guy who's like, yeah, but, there's rules.
Yeah.
Man.
I went to the police academy, man, and they were really insistent about this. There are laws. Not that we just need to go out and arrest people for breaking, but that we have to follow.
Yes.
You can't just come in and bitch slap hoodlums and start bouncing them off the fucking walls,
I know.
But I liked that. It was just super quick. You knew right away who you were dealing with.
Oh, yeah. It was a perfect introduction to these two characters.
Yep.
Right? So, meanwhile, we're back with Debbie and her date, who have arrived at the gate to the hillbillies' land.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And they can't go any further because it's gated, so they get out of the car. And the guy makes a super racist impression of some First People as he's talking about how he's going to guide her to where that thing crashed.
Yeah.
And this is where I was like, woof, some of these things have not aged well.
No. No.
So anyway, they go on and they find the circus tent. And Debbie, right away, to her credit, is not about it. Her gut's telling her it's bad news. She's like, I think we should hightail it out of here. This doesn't make any sense, and I don't like it. And I'm like, well, listen to Debbie, whatever your name is, guy.
Yeah.
But of course he doesn't. And then she follows him.
So they head to the tent, and now there's an opening.
Yes.
A proper doorway opening. They go in, and inside it looks like a really fucked up fun house.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I've been to many circuses, many things, many fun houses, and, you know, all this stuff. They all look weird. I mean, that's what sells them. But this, right away, you're like, not only is this top notch, but it's also top notch fucked up.
Fabulous sets.
Yes.
I mean, if they spent their pocket money on the clown makeup, then this big top interior and these sets are where that $2 million went.
Yeah. Everything is razor sharp.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's not just like rough painting and stuff.
Well,
you know,
it's not. We're not talking cardboard and styrofoam and stuff. These are properly built.
Yeah, it's pretty good looking. So inside, he's doing the circus crier bit as they go through the halls, and then they head to some doors, and he starts to press some buttons. Again, I need to pause. People, if you find yourself in a situation where you're in a strange environment, weird things are going on, and you're presented with a panel of buttons or levers or sliders or anything such.
Don't tell me not to press those buttons, because I will.
I'm going to say, don't press the buttons.
I'm pressing them.
Then you're not going to make it.
I would not make it.
Oh my God. So yeah, he's like, well, what's this? And as he does, they make clown nose sounds.
Awesome.
Different like squeaks and honks and things. Yeah. And then the door slides open and they're drawn in.
Yeah, they're pulled.
Yep. Now they're looking at this deep chasm. And I mean like Death Star reactor chasm.
Like a hole in the world.
Yes. With a big static ball on the top. And then they go back through the door. Like, huh. All right.
I don't like this.
Nope. So the woman figures out that the shooting star that they saw was the tent. And then they hear footsteps and then hide in another door. This one opens into what looks like a big cotton candy factory and popcorn machines. There's these huge sack-like bundles of cotton candy.
Bright pink,
hanging all around this place. And this is like the first truly great line of the movie. Nobody stores cotton candy like this.
It's true.
It gets me every time. So he pulls some, and it reveals a bloody face. It's the old hillbilly man.
Yes.
He's in the cotton candy sack. Something about that just sounds wrong.
I called them cocoons.
Cocoons?
Yeah.
I think I referred to them as cocoons later.
But I kind of want to call them cotton candy sacks now.
Well, you can do whatever you want.
All right.
So then in comes another clown. And this is different than the one before, which every one of these clowns is dramatically different in design.
They are all
and size.
unique.
Yes.
And wonderful.
And yeah, beautiful. Just excellent. And he's carrying another cotton candy bundle. He hangs it and then goes to the big popcorn machine at the end of the room and starts moving levers. The couple make a noise and the clown grabs a gun. They run off. The clown follows. And boom, 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 boom. They get into a hallway and he shoots popcorn at them. And this popcorn fucking goes on forever.
Yes.
As it flies past them, anything that hits them, it sticks to them as they run out. And behind them, two clowns run out of the tent. One makes a balloon animal.
I love this.
Of like a dog. And then the balloon animal starts to bark and starts to follow the scent of the couple. The couple end up making it to the car. And the clowns catch up. The guy throws it in reverse, backs into the clowns, knocking them over and popping their balloon dog.
Yes.
A third clown jumps on the hood, but is thrown to the side as he's doing like a bootlegger's reverse, and a couple speed off. Now we see the clowns lumbering towards Crescent Cove, which is 5 miles away, because they're walking past a sign that says Crescent Cove.
5 miles.
5 miles.
Yes.
And at this point, I just like these fucking clowns. I love them so much. Right now, there's 5 of them, and I'm just like, oh.
Their walk.
Yes.
They're walking slowly and hilariously.
Put Jason Voorhees in clown shoes.
Yes.
And set him loose. That's what you got.
It's amazing.
Well, also put him in a clown outfit with the big like inside hula hoop thing. So when they walk, their butt and hips kind of bounce differently.
Yes. I love it. And then they layer the clown walk over with some like awesome 80s music. Some synth pop, right?
Yep. I miss that. It's that middle music, right? It's not action. It's not slow. It's just that weird kind of casual.
I just love it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So then we're with the kids who crash up to the police station.
Yes.
And just start like blathering at the younger cop, right? It was this big tent and it was a spaceship and they had people in cotton candy things and this younger cop is like, okay. And then we see elsewhere in the town, one of the clowns is in the town now.
Yeah.
He's in front of the pharmacy.
Yeah.
And there's like an animatronic ape on one side of the door.
Right.
And there's some people about to walk by. And so the clown pretends to be animatronic.
Yeah. And they think nothing of it.
Right. So then we're back at the station and Debbie is explaining what happened to the young cop who we learn is named Dave.
Officer Dave.
And obviously their story sounds insane.
Yeah.
Right? So Mooney comes up and does his asshole thing, and he thinks these kids are just, bullshitting them, playing a prank, yada, yada, yada. And here's where I learned the guy with Debbie is named Mike.
Yes.
So Mooney thinks the whole thing is hilarious. He thinks that Doofus and Dumbass, who are driving the ice cream truck, are manufacturing this whole thing to like sell ice cream.
Yep.
Which is like, I don't know how you connect those dots, but I mean, I guess it's a clown ice cream truck.
Every time Mooney doesn't like explain himself to me every time I see this. It's not like there's some hidden layers that become, but every time I can't help but thinking, you've at least got to give him some credit, right? Because he comes up with his own whacked out shit.
Yeah.
That could be quite legitimate.
Sure.
If you were to just put it out there and say, so what do you think about what Mooney's theory is? Well, it's certainly passable.
Yeah.
But even in the light of, building mounting terror.
Right.
Mooney. He's a practical man.
Yes. So Dave decides to take the kids to go and check out what they saw.
Right.
So then we're elsewhere in the town and there's a guy who sees a puppet show in a gazebo. So he goes to check it out and it's this cute, fun little, the little puppet booth.
Right.
Plays. And it ends in one puppet pulling out the goofy clown gun and vaporizing the other puppet.
Right.
And then it turns the gun on the guy watching.
Yeah.
And then the clown comes out and shoots him and turns him into a cotton candy pod.
Yep.
And then we're back at the drugstore and there's another clown there. So now there's 2.
Yeah.
And they're making a mess of things. And the pharmacist is just like watching in what I call subdued Midwest alarm.
I love that. I can't speak to the accuracy of it, generally, but in terms of Hollywood, they've got that fucking nailed down. In every movie where shit happens, it's that same reaction and look. It's like, oh, it's taking place in the Midwest. So what do? Well, they stand there looking shocked but befuddled, scared but more interested. You nailed it.
Thank you. And then we're in Dave's car, so he's got the kids with him, and we learn that he used to date Debbie. And at this point, I'm like, aren't these high school kids?
Well, no. See, that's what I tried telling you, because she's got her own place.
Oh.
I
thought she was...
No, because the hoodlums are college kids.
Okay.
Remember? Because he's like, why can't you drink at the dorm?
Sure.
They're like, oh, I live here too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he used to date Debbie.
They act like high school kids.
Yeah, they do act like high school kids.
Maybe that threw you.
So he is saying that he is making Debbie go home. She is not coming with them to check out the stuff. It's too dangerous. They're unbelievable stories. Too dangerous, I guess. And then we kind of see at random houses throughout the town, the clowns are like taking more townspeople to eat. One of them is like pretending to be a pizza guy, but he's still a clown. It's just wild. These fun little cut shots.
Yeah.
Of the clowns taking townspeople. I love it. And already I'm like, the body count in this movie is so high, I've already lost count.
Right.
But you don't really think about it because it's not gory.
No.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But if you really think it through, you're like, Jesus, they've killed like 12 people-ish already. It's a lot of people.
Well, yeah. And then, just there's like light insinuation of beyond what we're looking straight at.
Right. There's more.
Yeah.
So then back with the trio, they drop Debbie off at the house and Mike goes up with her to the door and she's like, I'm going to follow the two of you to the tent. Because, even though Dave doesn't want me to go, I'm still going to go. And he's like, okay, they leave. And then back at the pharmacy, the clowns in here are being dicks with all the products. They've got like shaving cream and face powder and they're fucking around.
Just opening shit and dumping it out.
With the pharmacist anxiously watching them.
and doing nothing.
Yeah. Subdued Midwest alarm.
Oh, God, yes.
So.
Oh, all right. So from there, we jump back into the forest. Dave and Mike get to where the tent is supposed to be. Instead of a tent, there is a massive hole. And Dave gets all pissy and arrests Mike for, Now, again, I got to pause because not everything can wait till the end. But Jesus Christ.
There's something there.
This happens in every movie. There was a giant tower of demons right here, I swear to God, an hour ago. And what they're looking at is a cleared out area of forest, a 1,000-foot pit.
Right.
Right. And it's like, dude, this is your town, man. That wasn't fucking there.
Yeah.
And as a joke, let me just say, I don't think Mike and, Doofus and Dumbass from the ice cream truck could have dug a 1,000-foot deep pit. Maybe, what does it look like? It's maybe 300-400 feet across.
Well, I mean, this is the most elaborate ice cream sales pitch I've ever fucking heard of.
Absolutely. Jesus Christ. But, it's the formula.
Yeah.
All right. So we have the naysayer. So, yeah, Dave slaps him in cuffs. He's had enough of his bullshit. So in town, we have what passes as a biker gang.
Yes.
And I say that.
We know technically that it's supposed to be a biker gang.
I mean, it's the PG-13 version. Okay. Let's just move past it. So anyway, a clown comes riding up to them on a small bike with training wheels. It's a little clown.
The little one is my favorite one.
I know, he is the best.
Yeah.
And the bike is as he just kind of wheels up. They laugh at him, start to give him shit, and one asks if he can ride the bike. Klown just shakes his head no. So the guy picks up the bike and starts to smash it. And then the little clown is sad.
Yes.
It leaps into the air. Like, leaps into the air.
Right.
Many, many feet up, out of camera.
Directly upwards.
Yes. And they're like, where did he go? And then he lands wearing boxing gloves. And the asshole who broke his bike is like, what are you going to do? Knock my block off? And then the clown hits him, knocking his head across the alley into a trash can.
So, yep.
The bikers flee. And then we're back at the Big Top Burger. A family is eating. A young girl spots a clown outside. They play peekaboo. She sneaks away. The clown is waving her closer, holding a massive clown hammer behind his back.
Yes.
Just as she opens the door, her mother grabs her and pulls her back to the table. And, you know, you gotta finish your food. Whatever.
Right.
And, of course, the clown's not happy. And then we're back up at Makeout Point. Dave pulls up and sees all of the cars are in rough shape. Nobody's around. Place is a mess. He gets out to have a look. He sees a Jeep covered cotton candy webbing on the antenna, right? Lightly outside. Then the door. He opens the door, and this shit is all through the inside.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Right? And then he reaches in to grab a pair of glasses that he sees through all this cotton candy webbing that are sitting on the seat. This is what I wrote. Maybe it's just me. But when confronted with strange shit like this, the last thing I would be doing would be sticking my hand willy-nilly into shit. I'd pretty much register the situation just from a visual.
Yep. Well, this is wrong. Not about it. You know, I just would not be about that situation.
Well, it's one thing to see a giant hole.
Yes.
and you know, granted, okay, there's no tent. And then be like, nothing's here. But when confronted, see, this to me is the same situation as the clown button. Or the door buttons.
But they're buttons.
But
and I have to press the buttons.
But see, he could have lost his hand. Who knows what this stuff could be?
Mm.
Anyway, I'm just saying.
So anyway.
Yeah. Fine.
We're back at the police station with Mooney, and calls start coming in about the Killer Klowns. And he puts it down to prank calls, pours himself a whiskey. Some more calls come in. One calls in, and it's the pharmacist.
Mm-hmm.
And Mooney's kind of surprised that it's the pharmacist, because he's like, oh, these ice cream guys have got the whole town in on the joke now. I wouldn't have thought it of you, pharmacist guy. Are you all right?
Just the level of denial that this man lives in. It's phenomenal. I always, at some point in the movie, think, he's a bit of a dick, but I really would like to just, sit down and have lunch with Mooney. Not really engage, but just listen to him. And just see how, what makes this man tick. He intrigues me.
I think it would just be you and Mooney at that lunch. I don't think that I would go. So now we're back. Another kind of shot of stuff that's mayhem that's going on throughout this town, right?
Yes.
There's a guy trying to get away from a clown. He's driving, and the clown is pretending to drive an invisible car
right
next to him. And he uses the invisible car to run the guy off a bridge. And his vehicle blows up.
Yeah. Whoops. Overdid it.
I'm like, there's going to be nothing left of the town at this rate.
Yeah, it's hard and heavy.
Yeah.
It's going pretty good. And
then we're with Debbie at her house. So, I mean, obviously she didn't follow the guys. I was wondering, is she going to show up anytime? But no, she's at home, going to take a shower.
Well, that was my thought. What? She was so secretively insistent.
Yeah.
On this. And then all this shit's going on. I'm like, yeah. Where's Debbie? When's Debbie going to show up? What the hell happened to Debbie?
Guess she wasn't following them after all.
You know?
So the popcorn that she knocked off her clothes, right, from when they got shot earlier, as she steps into the shower, this popcorn starts crawling along the floor.
Yeah.
And she doesn't notice. It is a really cool little effect there.
Yep.
It's subtle.
Yes.
Which is, I just find really interesting. And then we're with a clown who's behind the Big Top Burger at the dumpster.
Yeah.
And he's got this big, like, it's like a, what do they call it? A carpet bag?
Yeah.
Yeah. Full of popcorn. And he puts some popcorn in the dumpster. And then he leaves and a worker comes out to bring some garbage out. And he hears the popcorn making these like chirping noises.
Yeah.
And he opens the dumpster and gets pulled in.
Yep. One more down and gone.
Yes.
So no sooner does that happen, we cut back to Dave and Mike. Dave is starting to come around. And then we get one of those 80s style bro talks.
Yeah. See, uncuffs Mike and he's like,
Well, a pending mass murder, town emergency is always a good time to segue into past relationships.
I still care about Debbie a lot,
Man, it was back then and this and that and this and that. I'm just like, okay. Moving on. We're at a bus stop. This is one of my favorites. So we're at a bus stop and a clown shows up. There's people sitting there waiting for the bus. And a clown shows up, starts doing shadow puppets on the wall of the building behind him. He does a bunny, gets a boo. Some people laugh. He does an elephant. And that's the thing. We've all seen it. They do this in cartoons. You just move your fingers. And what's showing on the wall is not finger puppetry.
Right.
But, the actual thing. So it's like an actual elephant shadow up there. Then Washington crossing the Delaware.
Yes. I love it.
Dave and Mike drive up just as he's doing a belly dancer shadow. And then suddenly the belly dancer turns into this T-Rex-like shadow, leans over and eats the people as Dave and Mike watch. So Dave tries to run the clown over. And as he does, it just leaps into the air and vanishes. And then there's this other great line. Mike, he's gone. Went straight up.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. I love it.
This movie's amazing.
So Dave calls Mooney on the radio, telling him to call the state police. Clowns are killing people. Mooney tells him to go fuck himself, going on about pranks and stuff, and then shuts off the channel. Dave is pissed, and then they hear screams. Across the street, the ice cream dudes are chasing their truck out of an alley because somehow it has gotten away from them.
And the ladies are like running off.
Yeah, in a different direction. Mike jumps out to go to them. Dave drives off to go to the station. Mike catches up to the ice cream brothers, Doofus and Dumbass, and tells them that clowns are killing people. They look at him like he's on acid, and he convinces them to take him to Debbie's place. So now we're back to Mooney. The phones are ringing off the hook. He's ignoring them. He goes back to reading a gun magazine that he was reading earlier.
Of course.
The character. It's spot on. Then the tall clown comes in. Mooney laughs. He motions the clown to come closer. The clown pulls out a bouquet of daisies, squirts water into Mooney's face. Mooney goes over to the clown, tells him to turn around, and then he cuffs it. As the clown moves, its hands come off, and it scampers away towards the cells.
Yeah, he just drops his hands.
Yeah. And Mooney, unfazed.
Yes.
Because he follows the clown towards the cell.
Well, he thinks the hands are like some prank, like rubber hands. He's like, oh,
prank,
good
prank.
one.
I got to say, If you want to have like a hard and fast drinking game, use the word prank. I have never heard the word prank used so many times in such close succession. It's unbelievable. So he goes in, tells the clown to get his hands up. Clown lifts its arms. There's no hands on it. And then whoosh, they appear. So Mooney opens his cell, tells it to go in. It does. And it's with the two college hoodlums from earlier. He hits the clown on the head because Mooney's Mooney, right? He's gonna old school this fucking clown. Well, the clown's head spins around and it growls at him. It pulls out one of those blow toys.
Like a New Year's, like a little... Yeah.
And it flies towards Mooney, grabs him by the throat, and then slams his head into the bars.
The effects for this are really good.
These guns, these little mechanisms that they use look so ridiculous because they're clown oriented.
Well, that's the thing.
But I mean, that's just it. But they are super well done.
They're excellently done, and they're only really campy because they're specifically like clown themed. They're joke themed, but they're genuinely very well done. It's the wildest thing watching this movie.
I know. It's hard to track sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just, but mostly because it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just having fun. But yeah, when you try to take a minute, you're like, it's not important.
Yeah. So Dave arrives at the station to find these clown footprints.
Yes.
And it's like construction paper cutout kind of thing in the shape of clown feet on the floor leading to the cells. So he follows them, and then in the cells, the footprints are all over the place, like the walls, everywhere.
Yeah.
And he sees one of the cotton candy balls. No, cotton candy sacks. Cotton candy cocoons.
Cotton candy sack.
Cotton candy sack.
Candy
in a cell.
sack.
He sees a cotton candy sack in a cell. And there are a couple of them.
Yeah.
So Dave examines and sees a face, right? And then like a torn up hand falls out of the one above and startles him.
Yeah.
So
goodbye, hoodlums.
Yeah. Poor hoodlums. I can't say hoodlums. I have to say it hoodlums.
Hoodlums?
I have to say hoodlums.
Hoodlums?
Because it's more fun.
Hoodlum.
What's more fun to say?
I don't know.
Hoodlum.
I can't recall if I've ever used that word on my own without like reading it or repeating it.
I look for any opportunity to use that word. So he leaves the cells only to find that a clown is in Mooney's chair, and it has made Mooney into a ventriloquist dummy.
Yep. Bright rosy circles on his cheeks.
Yeah. Put some roses in his cheeks.
Yep. The little line
in
the mouth.
Down the chin.
Oh, yeah.
And so he has Mooney say something, and then dummy Mooney is dropped to the floor.
Yeah.
And the clown starts walking towards Dave. So Dave shoots it a few times. And Mooney's dead, by the way. He's real dead.
Oh, yeah, because the clown had his hand in his spine.
Up in Mooney.
Yeah.
Puppeting him. So Dave shoots this clown a few times, and it appears that the clown is stuffed with fluff.
Yeah. It's not really working out.
Which is interesting. And then Dave hits it in the nose, and it blows up in this like outrageous, ridiculous tornado of crazy fun times.
This is the one point where the 80s special effects are obvious.
Yes.
Because, I mean, this was, in 1988, this was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but it is super dated because we've been able to do further. So, yeah, the clown's nose explodes. It starts spinning, and then it becomes this light thing. And it's like a spinning lantern or something. But you look at it, and you're like, huh. It doesn't hold up to the clown effects.
It's okay, though.
It's all right.
I'm fine with it.
Yep. We just move right past it.
So a state trooper comes on over the radio, and Dave is like, oh my God, somebody, and requests help. So then he decides he needs to go check on Debbie. So we're with the Ice Cream Brothers, and they are with Mike. They're driving, and they don't believe Mike about the clowns. So they're using their speaker to like call out clowns.
Yes. It's just so... the whole thing wasn't stupid. They're just so stupid.
Yes. And they're giving him shit about the clown invasions. And then, like, as they're doing it, they come upon what I call the clown cocoon harvesting parade.
Yes.
It's like they've got a whole float and they're piling all these cocoons on it. It's a float
and way more clowns than we've seen
so many
to
clowns.
This point. And all of them are identical in the level of prosthetics.
They're wonderful.
You know, it's like if you watch the old, the original Planet of the Apes, you look in the background, you can see the extras. You can identify them by the masks, the gorilla and chimp and orangutan masks, whereas they didn't get the prosthetic applications. They were just wearing a full head mask. And it sticks out so much if you look for it.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing, because these clowns are not like, just like rear shots.
No.
They
they're
show
all
them
wonderful.
all magnificently designed and all at that same exact level of prosthetic craft.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there is a little goof in this scene. I don't know if it's a goof. Maybe they meant to put it in here, but where a clown is like nearly trips over his ridiculously gigantic clown shoe.
I don't think
while he's walking.
I don't think it was on purpose, because when I was looking at it, and it's the right foot, because he's walking at an angle with the float.
It gets caught behind his other foot.
And because the one, just the way his body's turned, the right leg isn't right. So it snags on his left. And he's like, but God bless him, both times he pulled through it.
Yes. So the Ice Cream Brothers, now convinced, hightail it away from the parade.
Yep.
So now we're with Debbie, who's gotten out of her several hours long shower.
So let me just revisit Debbie quick. Again. He says, I need to stay home, but I'm going to follow you, and I'll be right there. Just wait. And then she takes a shower. Not only does she just take a shower, she's been in the shower like
this whole movie.
We're getting to the end. Mm-hmm. And Debbie is just now stepping out.
Yes.
I'm like, what?
I don't know, man.
You're doing like a full body shave, or
I don't know.
I don't know, because anyway.
So she gets out of the shower to find that the popcorns have mutated into alien clown larvae.
Yes.
Right? These are super fun. One bites her in the shoulder, and this is like the only real blood that we see in the movie. It's not a lot. It's a little bit of blood.
Right.
And she just gets away. She hears Mike outside the front door and opens it, but it's a clown imitating his voice.
Yeah.
She runs back inside to like go jump out the window, and outside her window there's a cadre of clowns with a tiny trampoline and fire hats.
Yeah, the fireman holding the little thing. Jump, we'll catch you.
Fucking wonderful.
I loved it.
So the clowns end up capturing Debbie, and they put her in this sort of like weird egg ball balloon thing. It is not a cotton candy cocoon.
No.
It's a yellow and orange ball.
It's a balloon.
Right.
Because when they walk out, it's floating.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same size, though.
It's gigantic.
A little bit of continuity issue.
So, yeah. Mike pulls up just as a clown is about to leave in a tiny car with the Debbie balloon tied to it.
Yep.
And he peels away, and then both the ice cream truck and Dave in his cop car behind them are in hot pursuit of this little clown car.
Who is hauling ass.
Yes. So, as they're driving along, the ice cream guys stop suddenly for some reason. Not sure why. And Dave...
because Dave put his lights on.
Oh.
And the one's like, it's the cops, man. We've got to stop. And the one's like, no, just keep going, dumbass. It's Dave.
Yeah. And Dave rear ends the back of the truck.
Yeah.
So Mike and Dave take over the ice cream truck, and they're going to head to the amusement park, which is where they suppose a clown would hide. This is in the dialogue.
Yeah.
They're like, where would they be? Oh, probably the amusement park. That's where clowns hide.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that tracks.
So here's what's funny. The layout of the town, all the background shots and stuff that we get, right, give you no indication that it's a seaside town with a gigantic fucking pier.
None whatsoever.
That houses an entire amusement park.
No clue.
That's like shooting in Butte, Montana, and then taking an extra shot down at the fucking pier in LA.
Right?
Anyway. So the clown buggy pulls, and this also was a little probably, I think, disorienting. The clown buggy pulls up because we see the giant fucking tent from the distance when they're like, hey, we got to go to the amusement park. So then they cut to it from a far shot, and you can see the big tent.
Yeah, the big top.
Yeah. And you also see like the Ferris wheel in the amusement park. So anyway, the clown buggy pulls up, and a security guard is there and says the park is closed. Now, apparently he missed the giant landing of the big top. He missed all the clowns,
I mean, here's the thing. They're very subtle.
Yeah.
Hard to spot these guys.
Well, this is not a top tier security guard. Let's just say that. So then we have the clown car bit where after the clown gets out, more clowns keep coming out, and now they have pies. And another great line. The security guard says, "What are you going to do with those pies, boys?" I don't know if I could have come up with that if I had 100 years to sit on that one line. What are you going to do with those pies, boys? So they throw the pies at him, pie after pie, covering him, ultimately killing him, and turning him into a pile of pie.
It's a big steaming pile
of pie.
Yeah.
And the small clown, as they're walking past, takes this giant fucking cherry and just puts it on top of this steaming melted flesh pie pile.
Small clown is the best clown.
The small clown, he should have his own series.
I know.
Oh, fuck.
I love him.
All right. So at this point, Dave, Mike, and the Idiot Brothers are there. Into the tent ship they go. So for a bit, there's a lot of 80s style random dialogue that ultimately could have, and I have to say, is if I had my criticism, should have been cut out. It really didn't track anywhere. It didn't flow, in my opinion, at this point. But anyway, one of the Idiot Brothers finds a big red button. We know what's going to happen. He pushes it. You're the voice all these characters hear in their head.
Push it.
Push the button.
I know.
Push the shiny button. Okay. So he pushes it, and it causes a steam burst from the floor and a horn noise. Okay. So as the group is waiting to go slowly through a door, the Idiot Brothers are silently dropped through a trap door. They fall into a big ball pit. There are two female clowns sitting on the edge of the ball pit. As they're sitting there, their tits blow up like balloons, which of course enthrall the idiot ice cream brothers.
Yes.
So Dave and Mike make their way to the cotton candy room. It's loaded with cocoons or sacks.
Yeah, where we thought there were a lot the first time we saw this room.
Right. We get a full idea of its capacity.
They've been collecting.
They have. They're looking for Debbie in her yellow balloon or ball balloon. And I'm just they're looking around. I'm just thinking, nothing but pink here, boys. I would think you'd visually be able to track yellow against pink, but hey.
Well,
maybe they're colorblind. I don't know. And then a door opens. A big clown comes in. They hide. It goes through. It picks out one of the cotton candy sacks, sniffs it, feels it, taps it like a melon check. Then it stabs a giant crazy straw into it. It starts to drink from it. It's this red fluid going up through the straw. And I'm guessing, I guess it liquefies people. Something. Satisfied, it pulls it out, turns and waddles away.
Yes.
After that, they spot the yellow balloon. Mike tries to punch his way through it. And then Dave, good old Dave, just shoots it.
Yep.
Debbie falls out to the floor. They pull her up, and the three start to head out.
Right. And on their way out, Dave belatedly is like, oh, yeah, there are other people in these other balloons probably, but they're on the run now.
Yeah, it's that high moment of tension. Hey, appreciate the realization, appreciate the compassion, the humanism, but we're on the fucking run, so fuck them. Let's go.
Okay, I'm going to point out, though, that they did have time before going on the run to save a few people.
It's that conversation stuff that doesn't need to take place.
So they're on the run now. Clown's in pursuit. Dave kills one clown. And I'm like, it might be helpful if he hands out a gun or two because he's got a couple on him. And he's sharpshooting these clown noses with his shotgun inexplicably.
Yes. But hey, that's the thing.
And I'm like, maybe if he's that good, he should keep all the guns or maybe tell literally anyone else about the clown's 1 weak point.
Yeah, I was kind of anxious for that to be shared. I was disappointed.
He keeps it to himself.
Yeah.
So they make their way through the spaceship funhouse with the clowns in pursuit. And eventually they come to a door which opens to successively smaller doors.
Yes.
And Dave is out of shells as they go through the smallest door. And they've come right out into the clown's playland, apparently.
Yeah.
Crazy. They climb the platform, which is like the big, in the middle of the circus, the big circular, whatever it is, surrounded by clowns. And it's almost the standing on a car with zombies all over.
Yeah.
Kind
the
of thing.
Clowns are pawing and reaching up, and some of them are just showing their bats and stuff
Right. Things don't look good for our trio.
No.
And then at the last second, the Ice Cream Brothers, covered in rubbed off clown makeup. It looks like the ladies were rough with them. The Ice Cream Brothers come crashing through to save them. Are you okay?
Can we just talk about this for a second? I know we're at the epoch here, but so every one of these clowns is out to just fuck shit up, grab people, right? and bring them in for food and balloon fillers or some shit. And the two female clowns that we see,
the only female ones,
have decided that the creatures on the planet that they're harvesting from are what they're gonna fucking bronco ride. Well, all this other shit is going on. I'm sorry. Go on.
Anyway, so they come in to the rescue, and then as they're about to get away, something gets the attention of the clowns, and all the clowns retreat to their weird hiding places in this area.
Yeah, into the shadows.
I know. They just back up out of the shot and then they're gone.
Yeah.
And then a giant clown on strings descends from the ceiling. And then all the strings are gone, and this clown is beating up the truck because it apparently hates that fake clown head on top of the truck.
There can be only one
big clown.
Big clown.
Fair enough.
And this is a big clown. This is like not King Kong size, but Mighty Joe Young size clown.
I love that random reference. You know what? Mighty Joe Young was such a wonderful feel-good 90s movie, and it doesn't get the love it deserves. So
maybe somebody should have cared about the clown.
Maybe. I don't know.
This could have ended differently.
Maybe the clown just needed a little bit of fun time with these ice cream brothers.
I don't think this clown looked like it knew what fun time was. This was pretty diabolical looking.
So the truck starts to go up in a blaze.
Yeah.
And the ice cream brothers are inside.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they're just in there, looking all proud about all their clown makeup and lipstick all over their bodies. Yeah, after he does in the top, clown on top goes up into a blaze, and then Dave tells Mike and Debbie to run. And he starts shooting at the giant clown, drawing it away. So Mike and Debbie make it out of the tent. And outside, the tent wires are pulling up.
Yes.
Right? Inside, Dave is out of bullets. The giant clown gets him. Outside, the tent starts spinning. Then here come the state police.
Finally.
To the pier. I mean, who knew that anyone was at the pier, but why not?
Sure.
So, and then the tent rises into the air. Inside,
and
David.
It's a top. It's not like a tent top, but it's like a spinny top.
Yeah, like a spinny top.
Yeah.
So inside, David has got, the clown has him, the giant clown. It's pulling him close to him, ready to eat him. And then he uses the pin on his badge to pop the nose of the giant clown. And it does the spinny thing that the other one did, right? Only it's a little bit more protracted, and with the spinny thing and the tent and this and that, and this, all of a sudden, the tent explodes into fireworks.
Yes.
The clown buggy from earlier crash lands next to the cops, state police. Out of it comes David, and then the idiot brothers. They hid in the freezer with the ice cream. Doesn't explain a fucking thing to me.
Nope.
But sure, why not? So there's this whole thing, right? And we have that 80s happy ending, everyone's alive, I'm thinking, except for the hundreds of townsfolk who were cotton candy sacks and just right now literally blew up. No chance of getting them.
Right?
This whole fucking town just went up in fireworks.
Everyone in the town, except for this handful of people, is dead.
Yep. And then Debbie asks, do you think it's over? We hear a, yeah, sure. And then pies fly out of nowhere, hitting her, Mike, and David. Roll credits.
Yeah.
Super quick cut.
I hope
Done.
It was the little clown.
I know. That little clown. I'm telling you, anyone wants to revisit this and make a franchise out of it, the little clown.
Little clown.
The little clown.
So that is Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
Yes. And, there's things to poke fun at. There always is. But this was really fun. And I think both of us landed on the one thing that sold this.
Them clowns.
Is the clowns. Because we talked about it. We've had demonic clowns.
Mm-hmm.
We've had like
psychotic clowns.
Psychotic clowns. Mm-hmm. And we're not really sure what the fuck that is, clowns.
Right.
But it's people in clown makeup. Right. And they're at various levels. Or like the demonic clowns look a little funkier. We've had clowns, Devil's Rejects.
Sure.
Right? The other two were, misaligned morally with the rest of society. But Sid in that fucking clown makeup sold it 1,000,000%. That's the
He's so good.
Only reason. Sid Haig, God rest his soul, was the only reason I tuned into that. I'm like, it's Sid, and he's got makeup on. I'm in. I don't care even what it's about. I'm in. You know, um, this was the first time when it first came out that clowns is an alien species. Whoa. Why the fuck not? I mean,
Right.
And
they theorize at one point during the movie that we got our ideas of like what clowns are from maybe these guys came here before, and it doesn't really matter.
No,
but
yeah. But the originality of it is really cool. So here's what we talked about just a couple episodes ago about how all the stories have been done. The only original thing that you could ever hope to come up with is a hook for an age-old story.
Right.
Well, and I've maintained rarely ever happens. But they did it. 1988, Killer Klowns from Outer Space nailed an original fucking hook.
It's so fun. I mean, I don't know how you can not love this.
And here's the funny thing. It is such a steadily predictable, it follows the formula to the exact letter. Timing, spacing, everything. But from beginning to end, you just don't give a shit. You're having fun, right?
Yeah, it's a genuine delight to watch.
So kudos for that.
Oh,
That's the number one thing. Because I'm getting kind of burned out on clowns lately.
I don't know.
When you think like it's kind of its own. I'll just say the it clown, because he's not really demonic, right? He's a representation of a whole lot deeper shit than that.
Well,
yeah,
it is complex.
It's very complex. Stephen King throws shit at you, and I love that we don't have, a lot of his stuff is not the whole history of why, which is where movies have been failing.
Yeah.
Here's this creepy thing. It's going to fuck you up. Oh, and by the way, we're going to take a moment to explain to you all the ins and outs of why and how this thing came to be. Not that you care, but it helps add minutes to the movie. Oh, for fuck's sake. So aside from the highly original hook, and we talked about the clown makeup or the clown prosthetics.
Yeah.
Special effects. This is where I said I think the only thing that would beat it in terms of realism of movement would be CGI. Motion tracking of face. But I would also contend, as much as I hate that, because people go way overboard and they go beyond making it look super realistic to, it's CGI, right? This wouldn't have had the same charm.
I don't think it would have. I think the fact that it was practical. They couldn't do CGI in that way back then.
No.
But the fact that it's practical is part of its charm, because they're just, I don't know. It's this like je ne sais quoi about the faces of these clowns and how much character is in them. None of them speak.
No, they a few of them are like, Ugh.
Right, and then the one who is puppeting Mooney says through Mooney.
In Mooney's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, we're only here to kill you, or something like that.
Well, and the little clown when his bike is broken.
Oh. Right.
A little sad sound.
But these clowns really make this movie. They are what makes it so enjoyable to watch.
Yes. And it's a lot of little things.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen things where we've had monsters have like, it's all practical effects and heavily laden with animatronics underneath the latex or whatever. But all these weird like movements, like the controller got away from somebody or somebody's cat jumped on the pad. And it's just like they're making facial movements and stuff just to show. We put it all in there. But it doesn't look real. It's like twitchy insect type stuff, right?
Yeah.
These guys were very smooth. The cheeks, when the way the mouth moved, everything moved in proportion. And normally you don't notice things like that. But we're kind of like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Laser focused in. everything, even the eyeballs,
Mm-hmm.
tracked properly. And here's the other thing I like: the eyeballs looked wet.
It's a weird thing to say, but I get it.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of things, it's just an eyeball. It's plastic, and you can see. It doesn't look wet; just looks shiny. These look like eyeballs to me. Well,
Yeah.
clown eyeball, whatever, stuff.
Well, it makes me think because here's the thing, they didn't have to do these like animatronic crazy practicals for clowns. They
Right.
could have just had people dress up like clowns in, crazy clown makeup and wear weird wigs and
Yeah,
outfits, but they didn't.
no,
And I've brought up this concept before, but it's the kind of concept that comes from the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit, actually, called Bumping the Lamp,
Mhm.
right? And that was what sold that movie, was that in the scene where they're fighting,
Yeah.
where Roger and the detective guy are fighting,
Yeah.
they hit the lamp, and the shadows of the cartoon and the guy, right? The team went every frame by frame, made sure all those shadows lined up. Like, that scene is wonderful,
Yes.
right? So much work went into it. And the thing about it is, they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to bump that lamp in the scene.
Right.
They didn't have to create all that extra work for themselves. But the fact that they did just makes it all the more better. I mean, it's that kind of concept of like going above and beyond even when you don't need to.
Yeah.
They didn't need to make these crazy animatronic clowns,
No,
they
did
could
not.
have made it 100 times easier for themselves.
They could have. And that's the thing. It's those little things that I pick up. Every time I see it, I know what's going on and stuff, so I can like zone in and just admire, because I know the movie. But that's the thing. That's where, like, this time I'm looking really close. I'm like, yeah, everything is moving in sync the way a face moves, right? And it's like, some people pawn things off like, well, it's an alien or this and that. Maybe, no. So we've seen where they've had people playing the murderous clown, right? And they're just wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Right? It's a freaky fucking mask. Like, what clown? Why would that mask even exist? Right? But they find it, they wear it, and it's that static expression, right? We have like the Terrifier, Art the Clown.
Oh my God.
Right?
Oh, I love that clown so much.
Here is some truly fucked up individual, and we're not truly given to what's the story here.
Mm-hmm.
But that look, and the hat sells it, the little hat.
It's a very minimalist clown look.
Right. But he is able to give us expressions like this, stupid, silly clown clapping his hands and trying to be childlike. But oh my God, with that makeup, he can contort his face.
Right. It brings more to the expression. Yeah.
That's like, oh, we were just having fun a second ago. What the fuck just happened? And then you're reminded why he's the Terrifier.
Well, and then alternatively, there's Twisty from American Horror Story.
Oh, Twisty the clown.
And Twisty's got half a mask. It's just the mouth.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So Twisty's expressiveness is in his eyes.
Yeah.
Right? But what puts you off about him is this gigantic grin that's a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's creepy too.
Yes. Well, let's go to Redwood Massacre. He's not a clown. Okay.
Right.
Burlap is wearing a burlap mask. That mask does not change expression. We've seen movies where they've had CGI or animatronic masks of that kind and moved them. I think what sold, as great as the animatronics were in Killer Klowns, for the clowns, they had the burlap thing going, right?
The body language.
The body language sold the expressions. The movements sold the expressions.
The goofy fucking walk and waddle.
Oh my God, everything. And that is so hard. I mean, folks, when you watch this movie, think about that. You've been hired to wear this giant fucking thing on, not on your head. It's going to be, you're going to have shoulder braces, right? It's going to sit on your shoulders like little stilts, and it's going to be on top of you.
Well, it's like wearing a mascot costume that's full of robotics.
Yeah. And your job is to sell it. I mean, that's what they're going to tell you. All right. You need to sell this. Okay. We're going to make him, look like this. You can't see when and what they're doing. You can practice, you can rehearse, do whatever. Sometimes they're just like, go. You have to bring the rest of that clown body to life in the walking, in the movements, in everything, not knowing fully what's happening up top because you can't see it.
Right.
Right. All these people did a really good job. The director did a fantastic job coordinating all of this because nothing seemed out of sync. It all had good timing, like the pizza guy, pizza clown, this was well directed. The direction of these clowns and everything that had to go on with coordinating with the robotics team.
Oh, yeah.
Pulling levers and shit to flick the wires and stuff. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Just fantastic. Now, if you take that element out, it's a fun story. It's just fun.
It's a fun story. It is, to play devil's advocate about the story, it's very predictable. It's, it's very much what you expect it to be, but it is fun.
Like I said, it follows that formula unerringly.
Yes.
You know exactly when the next beat's coming and what it is.
Yes.
No surprises there. But it works.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I mean, and all the little elements, the little characters that they put in that make it work, that make it fun, even though it's that super predictable story.
Yeah.
The hillbilly and his dog, the, Midwestern pharmacist. Right? All these little characters that, it's the same thing. They go above and beyond what you really needed.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I felt like the beginning of this was an homage to Creepshow, the movie, and Stephen King's bit as the hillbilly in the shack with his dog. and the meteorite that hits, he touches it. And he's like, ooh, meteor shit. And then he turns it by the end to this big green moss thing and he blows his head off. Right. Now, obviously, the hillbilly and his dog didn't get to that point. But the first time I saw this, I thought, oh my God, that's almost exactly like what they did with Stephen King.
Yeah.
By bringing him in to play that little part for that little piece of the anthology. So you know what? I don't even want to know the answer because I feel good believing that it was just a little hat tip. This whole movie is a hat tip to a lot of the silly shit that we've enjoyed in that time period, and really, I think it's because of these things, Killer Klowns from Outer Space. And there's a lot of other good movies that are of this ilk out there because I don't know if it's a horror I don't know. I don't want to give it a genre name. I just want to call it a fun film.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. But I think this is the kind of stuff that, bore like Scream. Someone's like, the shit doesn't do half bad. I mean, people keep showing up in these little theaters to see this kind of stuff. They laugh. They enjoy it. It's nonsensical. It doesn't have any, fucking logic foundation built into it. It's just shit's happening and people seem to enjoy it. Maybe we can use
that.
Yeah. And instead of going like sci-fi or, just like super camp stuff, maybe we can kind of have a little mix where it could be a lot of fun and do some over the top stuff, but do it like we mean it kind of thing.
That's just the thing is this movie is so over the top and so campy, but it's done extremely well. And it is done, like you said, like we mean it. You know what I mean? And that I think is, I mean, for me, the biggest lesson to take away from this movie is that it doesn't matter what your story is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do it, you take it seriously. Even if it's a goofy, silly story, you take it seriously. You do the work. You go above and beyond, right?
Yeah.
If you need to, because people will recognize that. People will see it, and it will just make your story in your film better.
Right. And there's a lot. Okay, so they're dealing with animatronics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we don't have that problem, you know. But we've talked about this a while back. So for our short film, it has to do with stonemason. I went and spent time talking with, watching, and learning from a stonemason. Now, there's not a lot that you can do that's above and beyond for what we wrote, you know. But that was it. You know, took photos of all the stuff. And the guy was awesome because he had those tools that his grandfather used, right? None of this stuff is for hydraulic guns. This is all handheld shit. Bang, 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 chisels and everything. And I'm like, oh, so now I know what to look for.
Right. You know the way a chisel mushroom heads out when it's been used.
Yeah. You know, aside from the fact that he offered to loan us some stuff, you know, when we get to that point.
Well,
that was pretty
nice.
Cool. But, yeah.
But it's that, you know, you keep in mind, what can I do to just give this like that little bit of extra?
Right. And for me, it was like, so, you know, you'll recognize a stonemason by the enormous callus. And everyone who's, you know, of a certain age has that writing callus on their middle finger.
Right.
On the first knuckle, right? Now, the way you hold the chisel, he explained it to me and showed me. So he showed me where on the ring finger that actual big, large bump would be. Bigger than a writing callus.
Oh, yeah.
I would have never thought of that.
No.
I would have never. And the way he showed me how to hold it, because he learned from his father, who learned from his grandfather, and his grandfather was still alive when he was getting into it. And so he got that old school, you know, training. That's the kind of thing that just makes it look, and the audience isn't going to know. That's the best part.
Right.
Your hardest, earnest, go over the edge effort blow right by the audience.
Well, it might, you know.
Well, I mean, it's a little thing. We've seen a lot of stuff. People, unless they're, you know, hardcore cinephiles and they're like, oh, I want to appreciate this and that. All that stuff, when it's done right, it should blow by the audience. You know, there should be so many fine bits of things, like a shadow. Nobody fucking thinks about a shadow. They shouldn't have to. You shouldn't do anything to direct them to focus on the shadow, right?
Yeah.
But visually, if someone says, yeah, man, that shadow work was good, you know, the average person's gonna be like, what? Because their brain's just registering it as, you know, it's just normal stuff, man. But then, you know, they think about it, they go, goddamn, that one. But come to think of it.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about that scene in Who Framed Roger Rabbit is that you watch it and you don't think about the shadows.
No.
Until then someone says, did you pay attention to those shadows? And then you're like, oh shit, that was a cartoon.
Yeah.
Those were cartoon shadows. That's wild.
Oh, man. So a lot of effort went into these clowns.
Yes.
That's a fact. The scoring of this movie is very...
It's very 80s appropriate.
It's appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say, it's very 80s. It's very appropriate.
It works well.
It's not going to go anywhere, you know, but it fits. And, you know, I mean, that's kind of what you go for is, you know, you want it to not distract. And it certainly doesn't. It rolls right in with it. Like that bit, like you said, that music when they're slogging towards town, just awesome.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it feels familiar. Because that's
it's very comforting. It's very like a horror movie comfort food, this movie.
Horror movie comfort food?
Yeah.
I like it. Let's see. So the writing, it's very formulaic. You're not
Mhm.
going to get a lot of that was well written. Now those lines were awesome. The ones that I picked
There were
out.
super fun ones, yeah.
Just oh, what are you going to do with those pies, boys? That will live. I'm going to get a shirt. I'm going to just have a shirt made
I
with
want one
that.
with the little clown, and I just want it to say "little clown."
Okay.
Yeah,
I love it.
little clown, don't fuck around.
Little clown don't fuck around.
Little clown don't care.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's you have to see this movie, folks, because the lessons here are, what you can do and what you should do with everything that you've got, right? Uh, Sad fact of the matter is, $2 million. We've talked about this. $2 million is like a fucking lottery win to most indie filmmakers.
Yeah.
So the hopes of achieving this is pretty weak. I want 35 clowns, all with animatronic heads. They all have to be a minimum of 8 feet tall, except for one little dude.
Little clown, don't fuck around.
Around. Um, Make it happen. Oh, by the way, I've got $73. Yeah, it's not going to happen. But, they did. But it's that extra effort thing.
Yeah.
Put in the extra effort where you can, when you can, in whatever that you're doing, and it's going to sell it hard. Sell it hard to an audience who doesn't even know they're being sold.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're being sold to. It's just fun. That's the thing too. Sometimes movies are just fun. They're not deep philosophical, fucking hero's journey type stuff.
I don't think there's a larger lesson to be learned. I bumped my cup.
I see that. Man, all that space and you're still banging around.
Shh. I don't think there's a larger lesson to be learned from this film that you could apply to your daily life.
Than
anything. Like, there's no lesson to pull from this movie. That's a practical life lesson.
I'm going to agree. And I'm going to say that just exemplifies what I was saying. Not everything is a Buddhist lesson.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a fun movie. And, I hope it inspires people to write something that's just fun and not get all tied up, because a lot of stuff, and I don't want to, like point fingers and call shit out, but I'm seeing a lot of things in different places and posts and stuff where I think it's kind of making my point for me, where I think we're getting further and further away from what the audience wants to what a few people would really like to see, what they think a movie should be. And everyone's like just fucking like sucking dick to get there.
Oh, I know.
And I now more than ever, B movies who have, extremely limited supervision, allowing the directors to just kind of like pull off some really great shit, and independent film. If you're looking to invest in a company, find an indie company, invest in them. Seriously, because this is the direction of filmmaking. This is where storytelling is going to go. We're going to go away from sterility and I don't want to say pop culture, because pop culture is everything, right? Indie, A-list, whatever. We're going to get away from the A-list formula because it's just proving to be worn out, tired, ignorant,
and less profitable.
Less and less profitable. They have to push something out like Star Wars or Marvel, which has a worldwide fan base anyway.
Oh yeah.
Jon Favreau shows up and does a really great thing with Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like, oh, finally, fuck, something after the Wonder Woman TV series wasn't bad, but it was cheeky, campy, and highly sexist. The failed Spider-Man, failed Captain America, failed everything in terms of TV shows that they tried. The Incredible Hulk wasn't Hulk that was the story. It was, Dr. David Banner, because we went through that. Wouldn't call him Bruce on TV because it sounds like a homosexual's name. Ugh, fucking networks. I mean, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Right.
Right. An indie filmmaker would just be like, I don't really much fucking care what anybody thinks. I'm not going to be bothered by that because this is my movie, see it or not. And I dig it. And that's where you get the gems,
I mean, that's where the best stuff comes from.
But nobody wants to make a fun film. I've seen people talk about feedback they've gotten from producers, even studios, who are like, it's lacking this, and this.
Oh, yeah. They're like, why do you want to tell this story now? Because it's fucking fun and I want to watch it. That's why.
Right. Not everything is topical. Killer Klowns from Outer Space will never be topical unless we're invaded by killer clowns from outer space. And that's not really so much topical as maybe irony.
Yeah.
Anyway, let this inspire you to do something fun.
Mm-hmm.
Or, just be free and loose with what you're writing or filming, whatever you're working on.
And whatever it is you're doing, whether it's, serious or silly, whether you think it's going to be the next Oscar contender or whether you just want to make something fun to shoot with your friends on the weekends, just do that thing where you kind of think about what's a little something I could do to make this, just like chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To put this up over the edge just a little bit.
And it might even be in post.
Oh, yeah.
Right? A lot of opportunities for stuff to just kind of wiggle stuff. Could be in a composition.
Even if it's I don't need to do this, but if I did, it would be really cool. Yeah. Then do it. So that's my thing.
Yeah.
Do it. Push the button.
Don't push the button.
Push the button.
South Park, don't kick the baby.
Push the button.
Don't push the button. Anyway, so that was Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
Yes.
And just a lot of fun stuff. I think it's more inspiring thing to watch creatively.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the animatronics, I'm not going to pick out a frame of this movie that's cinematic masterpiece. It was shot well. It was done with the appropriate equipment. Let's say that. Yeah. Right? I mean, because everything, it looks like a full on.
It's clean.
Yeah, it's clean. It's got lighting, sound, everything. It's all there. It's all good. It's fast. It meanders a little bit with those 80s bro conversations.
I think when you made an 80s movie, you were required to have those.
Well, it's either that or a montage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to have one or the other.
Right. We got the bro, not the montage.
It's fine.
Oh, man.
Well. With that. You should go check out our website. It's www.lordsofmisrulproductions.com.
Everything is on there. We have some information on our projects. We have our blog. We have our podcast page. And we also have links to all the podcast platforms that we're on. If you are just jumping on and you want to subscribe somewhere, take a look there. If there's something that you're listening to and we are not listing it, let us know. We'll see about getting on there. There's a lot of platforms, and I just don't care about spending all hours of the day looking for. We're on a platform that is exclusively for India.
Huh.
Curiously enough, we're getting huge numbers suddenly from India.
Bots?
No.
Huh.
No, because of this platform.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I would have never thought, but I mean, because it showed up with our hosting thing is, hey, we, now have links to these platforms, so you don't have to go and do all your shit separately. Just do it here. So I went through it and looking at it like, India.
So I can tell people in a sort of self-satisfied voice, I'm big in India.
Well, I don't know if we're big compared to others, but we certainly have gotten impressive numbers coming off the fly. I mean, yeah, we've been 17 countries.
I'm just going to say it anyway.
Well, you go ahead.
Yeah.
You do it.
I will.
I think Antarctica is about the only thing that hasn't shown up.
Well, anyway.
Also,
check out our Patreon page if you like this podcast and want to support us. I am going to start thinking of merch ideas. Do you think that the guys who made this movie would be mad if maybe I can find them and be like, can we use an image of a little clown and sell t-shirts?
Oh, I don't think they'd be angry at all if we,
we'll do one that
violated their copyright and trademark.
No, little clown, don't give a fuck. And then the one that you can wear out like everywhere because it doesn't have a swear word. Little clown, don't care.
I don't know. Maybe.
Little clown. I already forgot what I said earlier.
We'll see. Anyway, when we hit our goals with patrons, we will have merchandise. Patrons get to, or will get to, decide what that merchandise is going to be. And merchandise will not be discounted. Merchandise will be given out to patrons. Yes. So it's not a coupon code. It's not get 10% off, 20% off. It's become a patron. Once we hit that level, whenever we come up with some other fucking thing to put something on, everybody's going to get one.
Yeah.
There you go. Also, check out our social media. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We do have a YouTube channel, which we got like 11 more subscribers.
Cool.
And we haven't done anything on it for like 6 months.
Well, we should probably put these back on just voice on YouTube.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's so much more work. Anyway.
Give them to me. I'll put them on YouTube a week later.
Well, anyway, check out our social media, see who follows us, see who we're following. A lot of these folks are filmmakers and creatives like yourselves.
We find a lot of movies that we cover.
Yeah, or cinephiles like yourselves. Yeah. I mean, not everyone who listens is creative.
Right.
That's which, it's cool. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Seriously. One quick note. We did mention last time that we were going to be talking with Alistair Cook.
Yes.
Something came up. And Alistair had to deal with. Yeah, family stuff. Had to reschedule. So we're tentatively looking at next
time.
Well, it's on the books, but hopefully nothing will happen.
Right.
Right.
We will talk to him eventually. We'll make him talk to us.
Yeah.
Are you listening, Alistair?
Oh. We got a lot of stuff coming up and no end of movies to talk about. So, B-siders, I hope you are enjoying the selection. And if you would like to become part of the selection, become a patron.
Yes.
Patrons get to help decide what's going to be the next dissection.
Yes.
That we're going to do. That'll wrap up this week.
Yes.
And everyone, keep doing what you're doing. Stay safe. A lot of changes in the wind. Let's roll with them.
Yes.
Keep the positivity going.
Good changes.
And still be patient. Again, don't be a dick. Still wear a mask. Thank you. And we will talk to you
next week.
Until then.
All
right. We're out.
Bye.